what's happening? Check this out, check this out. This is crazy, it's crazy, man. What's up, my name is Rio, you are watching Aerial GP, and today we are testing out these crazy antennas on my head. This is serious crazy, man. This is like back in the old days. Gotta get small again, it's getting big, but you know what? We're gonna test the digital out. I'm actually testing out the cinema rig. Let me show you real quick, hold on. This is the Osmo Pocket that's on there. And this has got the DJI FPV system, obviously. And this is my cinema rig. I use it because the action camera is a little too wide for a lot of stuff. And this is a stabilized, tighter focal length. And so it allows me to get closer to the subject and have more parallax with the foreground and the background. It works better when you have a subject in the foreground and you have a big, large landscape. Or a large landscape by itself will work really well. But if you're in tight spaces, it's not gonna look that good. So if you have this on a squirt, it's gonna look like crap. So you really want this to fly this in an open area. I'm just testing this because we're gonna do a cool project this weekend. And I just wanna test it out, so here we go. So what you wanna do is you want to manually adjust the exposure so that it doesn't change. It doesn't go light and dark and all that stuff. And this will affect it a lot more than the action camera because the lens is a lot tighter. So I've got an ND filter on here. We're in manual exposure mode where we flip the gimbal around into selfie mode so we can get these angles and stuff. It's actually low, too low. Move it up a little bit. Okay, that looks good. All right, and this setup time will take a long time, but it's well worth it. 24 frames per second, 4K, and this battery looks like it's about to give out, so I'm probably only gonna have one flight. Hopefully we can get some footage. Make sure all the props clear. Good. Oh, these goggles are so huge, it's so clear. I've been flying analog the past week or so, just so I don't get spoiled, you know. This is crazy.
30 seconds.
See, so a lot of this, as you can see, I'm flying very, very, very slowly. And that's the idea with the cinema rig. You want to get the most stable, most cinematic shots possible, which means flying very, very smooth with very minimal input with a slow speed. And so just imagine there's somebody, you know, a car or somebody running in front of me. They're only going to be running probably at like 5 or 6 miles per hour. So you want to get really steady and this is like flying with a laser beam, so you really want to be very precise. So the idea with the FPV stuff is you want to provide something that normal production cameras can't do, or a cinema techno crane. A techno crane is something that like extends out like 40 feet, but it's not going to be able to like go behind this tree and get like really close and then come down through, you know what I mean? Like it won't be able to do this shot. So that's what, you know, filmmakers are looking for, to, you know, put the camera in a place where you just can't. All right, so Osmo Pocket. This is a really great cinema rig. I know a lot of you guys are getting into cinema flying and doing jobs and stuff like that as a aerial camera operator. I'm just sharing my knowledge from my experience in the film industry, and letting you guys know if you're a cinematographer or a FPV pilot wanting to get into production and commercials and stuff like that in movies. This might be a good little option. It shoots 4K, shoots up to 60 frames, of course, it's stabilized. This is going to need a lot more training, a lot more tuning, and you're going to have multiples of these rigs. But it's going to give you that cinematic look that's very different from an action cam. It's not going to give you that fisheye, and I think a lot of cinema directors are going to really appreciate that. So check it out for yourself. If you're interested in exactly how everything is tuned up, let me know in the comments. Let me know how you feel about the footage. Maybe it didn't turn out right. I didn't look at it yet, but yes, you want to review your takes, especially when you're on set. You want to have like 3 or 4 of these quads ready to go. Anyways, digital was awesome. This was amazing. I mean, I can't say it was bad at all. There's nothing wrong with that. I don't have to worry about it. So this might be good for if you're on set and you need to show your director a digital signal, right? Unfortunately, unless you have multiples of these, you're not going to be able to show it, but you can have one extra pair of goggles and your director's going to be able to see it in HD, which is much better than analog. They're going to have a much better idea of what you're doing. And then afterwards, they can review the footage on this. So really great option. Check it out. Make sure you put an ND filter on it. I put an ND32 because it's very sunny. It's high noon right now. But thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.